Shifting focus for now, deep beneath California, a silent force is building. A new scientific study has uncovered a warning sign hidden inside America's most famous fault system. Thousands of years of pressure may have pushed the region into a state of extreme stress. Our next report telling you more.
For decades, the San Andreas Fault has been one of the most feared geological features on Earth. It cuts through California, stretching hundreds of kilometers beneath one of America's most populated regions. But the biggest danger may not be what scientists can see above ground. Deep underground, the Earth is constantly moving. Tectonic plates are pushing, pulling, and locking against each other. When that pressure becomes too great, it can suddenly release, creating a powerful earthquake. Now, a new study has revealed something alarming. Researchers say the San Andreas and San Jacinto fault systems in Southern California are experiencing some of their highest stress levels in around 1,000 years. Scientists used geological evidence to understand how stress has built up over centuries. Their findings show that these fault zones have been accumulating pressure for a very long time. But there is one important warning. The study does not predict when the next major earthquake will happen. Scientists cannot say if it will strike tomorrow, next year, or decades from now. Instead, the research shows that the region is currently in a highly stressed state. The San Andreas Fault has a long history of powerful earthquakes. Its movement has shaped California's landscape and continues to influence how scientists study earthquake risks.
The San Andreas Fault is the longest continental strike-slip fault in the western United States, and it extends from south of LA all the way up through San Francisco, two of the biggest urban areas, and that's why it gets so much interest.
The concern is not only the size of a possible earthquake, but also the impact. Southern California is home to millions of people, major cities, highways, industries, and critical infrastructure. A large earthquake could create widespread disruption. That is why scientists say preparation remains the strongest defense. Earthquakes cannot be stopped. They cannot be precisely predicted. But understanding the pressure building underground helps communities prepare for what may come. The new research does not deliver a countdown to disaster. Instead, it reveals a hidden reality beneath California. A fault system carrying centuries of stress, waiting for the moment when the Earth decides to move. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
A family pilgrimage meant to be a journey of faith ended in heartbreak. An Australian family returning from Hajj has been left devastated after their daughter was killed in a police shooting in Pakistan. The incident has sparked outrage in both Australia as well as Pakistan. Her father is now demanding justice for his daughter. He has called for reforms to the police unit involved in that operation. Just for context here, the incident occurred last week in Pakistan's Punjab province, where the Perth-based family were visiting a relative and traveling in a rental car when they were held at gunpoint by robbers, reportedly. And according to Punjab police, officers from the Crime Control Department intervened after the family was taken hostage. And during the encounter, the suspects opened fire at the police, triggering an exchange of gunfire. Authorities say that in the chaos that followed, An officer mistakenly believed the suspects were attempting to escape in the family's vehicle and opened fire on it, reportedly. And that decision proved fatal, leading to the deaths of that girl and injuries to her father and brother. Her mother survived unharmed. The officer responsible has since been suspended, arrested and produced before a court, reportedly. He was remanded to judicial custody. His weapon and shell casings have been sent for forensic analysis. The Australian Prime Minister, meanwhile, has called for a transparent and full investigation into the incident.
And these circumstances do need to be examined. They need to be examined in a transparent way so that everyone can know, the family most importantly, but others as well. And Australia expects there to be transparency and a proper investigation of these circumstances.
Meanwhile, Pakistani authorities promise a thorough and impartial probe into the fatal shooting. A chilling chapter in one of New York's most haunting criminal cases comes to a close, with a 62-year-old being sentenced for the murders of 8 women. The case came into the spotlight in 2010 when investigators were searching the area for a missing sex worker, reportedly. Her death was later ruled as an accidental drowning. But that search accidentally uncovered a graveyard and led to this man. Police started discovering the skeletal remains of multiple women hidden along the coastal highway. Most of them vanished between 2000 and 2010, reportedly. The case prompted countless podcasts, books, true crime documentaries, for example, as the search for the killer went cold. In April, he pleaded guilty to murdering 7 women. He also admitted to killing an 8th victim, even though he was never formally charged in her deaths. And he confessed to strangling these women, many of whom were sex workers, and dismembering some of their bodies. The confession revealing that his crime started years earlier and stretched far beyond that area. The breakthrough came in the year 2022. When a renewed task force identified him as a suspect. Forensics evidence that cracked the case wide open. Detectives basically trailed the man in Manhattan and recovered a pizza crust that he discarded in a trash can. DNA from that crust matched genetic material extracted from highly degraded hair fragments found on the victim's remains. In fact, the man has remained largely silent since his 2023 arrest. But he has the opportunity to speak today. His ex-wife and 2 grown children not attending the sentencing out of respect for the victims, reportedly. The families of the 8 women, though, are in court to address the judge directly. Remember, he faces a mandatory sentence of life in prison without parole. And we'll, of course, keep a close eye to get you the latest on that front. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.